Smarty Mod Shoppers, welcome back. And if you guys don't know this about me or this channel, I'm a huge fan of the big three. The big three horror icons, obviously, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers. And my favorite of those franchises is actually Halloween. And today, I got a nice little Halloween Ends update for you guys. Or at least, I shouldn't say update, more of like a teaser. So this actually comes to us from Sci-Fi Wire, Sci-Fi Channel's actual printed publication. They started it a couple of years ago. It's actually really great. I like it. So it says, John Carpenter teases that Halloween Ends will be a departure from the first two films in this new trilogy. The celebrated filmmaker returns as composer alongside his son, Cody Carpenter, and godson, Daniel Daves. The article continues on to say, and quote Carpenter, saying, "Well, it's Halloween. And it ends," he answered with a little chuckle. You'll see it as a departure from the others. It's interesting. Dave is a really great director. I love working with him. Carpenter didn't elaborate beyond that. So basically what we get from this is, now Halloween Kills was already kind of a departure, and not the kind that I personally was a big fan of, but, you know, it had a couple of moments, sure. And overall, I really enjoyed the 2018 film. And I have thoughts on this, being that Halloween is not only my favorite horror franchise, but possibly one of my favorite franchises just of all time. I'm curious to see what he means by it's different. I have a feeling that there's a possibility of just, you know, total conjecture here, that maybe Michael Myers will die. Maybe Laurie, you know, Laurie Strode, I had it right the first time. Laurie Strode might, her family might be the ones to finally take him down, and that's like the significance of the trilogy, because in this one they've moved away from them being related in any way. So it's already been such a big departure for him to go out and quote saying this will be the biggest departure from the franchise. It gets me excited. It also gets me a little worried because we all saw Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and it was a big departure from the franchise. So there was a fucking spectral white horse walking around with his dead mother in that movie.
You didn't like that movie? Come on.
I do. I do for its own reasons. I'm just saying, if it's a bigger departure than that, what is he going to fucking space? Is this Michael X? I don't know. What do you guys think hearing this news? Also, John Carpenter, you're the GOAT. I love you, baby.
I love the Halloween movies. I liked the Rob Zombie first one, so I
like both Rob Zombie ones for different reasons.
But it gets me excited to like see another one in this like new set of movies. And it's the completion for
this trilogy.
And I've liked this trilogy thus far. Like I like the last two that came out a lot.
You liked Halloween Kills a lot? I was really mixed on that one.
I thought it was good.
I just emphatically didn't like that one.
Really?
So let the record show, I grew up on Jason. That was my come up. I've watched Halloween. I absolutely adore Halloween.
Yeah, generic Michael. Yeah. Even the best of fans will admit that.
Yeah, like it
came out after, directly inspired, but it did its own thing. And that's what made it great on its own terms.
But like, as far as like this is the last one that dropped, Halloween Kills, it just sitting through that was rough because there was so many weird leaps and like the first one, they do such a great job. Like the original Halloween.
Oh, you're talking about 1978?
Yeah, they go through and they do such a great job of like just making Michael
one of the most financially successful indie pictures of all time.
Making Michael just a force to be reckoned with, but at the same time making him he feels vulnerable but still unstoppable, and that's what makes him scary. In Halloween Kills, like literally they run a train on him, and it's like a metaphorical train, but it's...
I was about to be like, did I see the same movie as you, bro?
Right.
But, like,
I would fucking like Halloween Kills way better. Are you kidding me?
But no, they like go through, they all fucking run up on him on the street and everything, and it's like this whole crazy beatdown scene and everything, but you know that it's a part of a trilogy.
Spoilers for Halloween Kills.
Yeah, if you're watching this, why haven't you fucking seen that? But it's just one of those things where it got so goofy at some point.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Well,
it's not my
and then
favorite
there was
by
also
any
just
means.
points that was just not good. Like the fact when they chased that dude out of the...
Pause.
This is not Halloween Kills.
No, I know. But also, you're getting to a point that I've always made about the movie, and I just wanted to clearly say this. The biggest problem with this movie is amongst all of its other issues, is that it tried to have a take on mental health that was not good at all. I mean, like, beyond bad.
And also just that didn't make any sense. Because they went through, and it's like, they had shown what Michael looks like, and
they
he
were
looked
trying
nothing like
so,
that dude.
So
and
it was because they were trying to set in this mob mentality.
Madness, yeah, and it just didn't.
Because the argument with
play.
Halloween has always been, man, if there was a serial killer walking around, I mean, this is a real critique, and they were trying to address this. A lot of the critique with Halloween is that people always argue, if there was really a guy walking around with a knife, I feel like people would gather up and go beat the fuck out of him. You like that, and maybe there is some truth to that, and that maybe that's why they were trying to build up this mob mentality aspect of it, especially considering the end of the film. But that was the weakest part of the movie. The best part about that movie was like the flashback stuff with Donald Pleasance, and like that was great. I thought that they did a good job. The CG didn't look bad. It was very believable. But this is not a Halloween Kills review, guys. It's talking about Halloween Ends.
Yeah.
How do you hope it ends?
I would like to see them be able to give it a full proper ending. Michael drops and hard stop. Like let Michael die proper. And then if you do want to go ahead and have like Rob Zombie takes on it or other people's takes on that character, absolutely feel free.
The biggest problem with this series,
I'm not opposed to a remake, but just like let the whole thing properly end.
This specific trilogy suffers from the worst thing possible. And it's the fact that they've given the begin and end date. So the suspense for me in a lot of ways is gone. Because I know by the end of this feature, it's going to end. I mean, Halloween Ends is literally the fucking title. So, and I know there's a bit of a time jump too, which is a fun little aspect. I'm excited to see how that goes because the first two took place in like the same night. So we'll see how that is. But I just think that telling us that it will definitely end here gives us a vibe that there will be big deaths and likely Michael will die. And because of that, like, am I going to give as much of a fuck? Maybe not, but maybe as a super huge Halloween fan, I'm gonna enjoy it anyway.
I mean, but every time they say Michael's gonna die, he doesn't die. So.
I know, but this trilogy is going to end. Like,
I almost wish they hadn't announced that it was going to be a trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah,
like during the second one, during that mob scene when they all swarm him on that street, that felt like tension. But then in the back of my head, I was like, wait, but this is a part of... It's the same thing that happened with Avengers Infinity War to Endgame. When everybody started to disappear, I'm like, yeah, but they're coming back. Like, yeah. I'm not fucking worried about it.
Not Heimdall, bitch. He's gone. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to talk about MCU.
But no, it's one of those things where it's like, you can't build stakes and then be like, here's the second half. Like, you know that it's not... Like, this story's not done.
That's literally the exact same point I was trying to make. Yeah. So we're vibing here. Yeah, Franny, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have announced that it was a trilogy. I feel like that kills a lot of the suspension. But I'm more excited to like see what comes next.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's kind of a bummer that they already told us
already announced
end.
it.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that John Carpenter coming out and saying something like this will be very different. Is kind of giving me a hope that maybe I won't anticipate what's going to happen.
But
and if that happens, then I'm very excited.
I like the idea of them actually killing Michael for once. And I like the idea of there being like a time jump. Like it makes me think like this movie's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean,
be very finite.
I hope so,
but
yeah.
It's not like it's going to be the death of the character.
No, I mean, they've already said that the character, of course, is going to eventually come back. But guys... Let us know down in the comments below what you think of all this news with John Carpenter. Or does that get you hyped that he has these things to say about it? Are you excited for him to come back for the music? Because the one thing that really hasn't been faltering for me is the Halloween themes. And it's bringing back John Carpenter, bringing in his godson and his son to both work on it. And like that aspect of it creatively, doing new music in the films, which has always been kind of taboo, it still feels in the same universe because it's still the same composer working on it. So it almost feels like we're coming out with part 2 of the Halloween theme, part 3, and it's really exciting, and I can't wait to see where the theme goes next. I think it's going to be more tense, more dramatic, but we'll have to see. Like I said, guys, let us know in the comments down below, and we love you. Talk to you later.